Welcome to the Pyramid Valley International, Bengaluru, India. The pyramid is meant for meditation. It has got the high energies. Enjoy the high energies of the Maitreya Buddha pyramid and the serene circumstances of this valley. Spiritual science is the basis for all other sciences. In spiritual science, we understand that we are all gods, come here of our own accord onto this earth planet to see that the earth planet becomes a heaven and not a hell. How we can transform this hell into a heaven, that is the subject matter of spiritual science. And masters of spiritual sciences are the experts in spiritual sciences. Meditation is the doorway for enlightenment. Enlightenment is the doorway for welfare, health, wealth, well-being, and joys in life. Meditation is the foundation of spirituality. Spirituality is the superstructure built on the foundation of meditation. Everybody should dedicate a couple of hours every day for meditation. Every day, as we dedicate our life to meditation, we become a source of inspiration, joy, energy to everybody around, everything around, every being around. We emanate energy. We want to see the whole world become a joyful place for every being, every animal being, every plant being, every mineral being. That is the duty of every human being, to provide joy and energy to every other being.
Happy morning and happy evening, friends and masters. A very warm welcome to each one of you. And what a profound message from Brahmashri Pitama Patriji and the video Pyramid Valley International, Bengaluru. Just brought back memories of my time spent there in the Pyramid Valley International. And yet another wonderful session. Maybe our today's session is connected to this place, energetic place. So welcome, Chandra sir. Over to you.
Happy morning, dear friends and masters. Great afternoon, evening. Pyramid Valley International houses a mega meditation pyramid. Patriji discovered the power of pyramids that aid in meditation significantly back in 1980s. When he came across some books that talk about the research that is being carried, that pyramids or interact with the fields of consciousness. The fields of consciousness where the subtle energy is there, it's called 0-point energy fields. This structure of pyramid seems like makes it happen when it is built with those special angles. And then after doing some studies, he found that these pyramids can be greatly used for meditation. And then from that idea, as you discover, there is more and more that is there, that aiding practitioners to go into thoughtless quickly, that aid senior meditators to go into deeper experiences more easily and many more. And so they encourage building pyramids everywhere. The aim is to look at everything that significantly supports us in our practice. In his own words, to be enlightened. And so then automatically the energy that we spread. His entire mission was to see that everyone becomes a meditator, so then automatically everything that we wish to experience in the world will happen. So we'll understand this concept of what is this pyramid energy, how could I utilize it? After meditation, let's go into the meditation, dear friends. Relax yourself, sit comfortably, relax your body. We're practicing breath mindfulness meditation. Our goal is to rest the mind. We do this by observing our normal natural breath with our eyes closed. As you see in the picture, sit down comfortably in the sofa or a chair, on the floor, with your fingers into fingers, hands at your lap, close your eyes, remove spectacles. Observe the breath, anywhere in the nose. Automatically, as you do that, then thoughts come down, mind goes into calmer states, empty states. We may experience energy, sensation, movements, witness all of it. Be in that state of emptiness. In case you have thought, irregular thoughts are there, bring your attention back to the breath and again observe the breath. This is called breath mindfulness meditation. We spend maximum time in this technique, and before we do that, we're going into practice a process called heart elevation for a few minutes. Just follow my guidance for this, dear friends. Relax yourself with your eyes closed. Remove spectacles. Dear friends, dear friends, dear masters, with the specs removed, eyes closed. Keep your hands on your chest area. Your attention on your sacred heart. Can you feel your beautiful heart with a relaxing breath? Feel the seat of all emotions. Nurturing all life. With its higher vibrations of love, compassion, kindness, gratitude. Come on, dear friends, connect with your heart center. Feel it with your attention on the center of all emotions. Appreciate it. Imagine of going into an experience of higher emotion, or simply recollect an event from your past of deep joy, of compassion, of gratitude, of love. And elevate yourself with that energy. Feel. Relive that moment and feel that energy and allow yourself to spread that energy onto everything and everyone on this planet to help them heal, to help them elevate their understanding. Where your attention goes, there your energy flows. Relive that moment. And slowly, let's go into breath mindfulness meditation. Observe your breath with your fingers into fingers, hands in your lap. With your eyes closed. Be with your breath.
We are all gods. Let us be with our breath. The breath is our own doorway into our own greatness. Unless we go through the breath, we cannot access our own greatness.
When you observe your breath, your mind becomes less and less of thought. You experience calmness, emptiness. So mind is becoming empty. Allow yourself to experience that emptiness. That greater field of energy. Allow yourself to experience emptiness, calmness. merge into your breath and allow yourself to experience the emptiness and blackness of no body, of no thing. merge into the deeper calmness, emptiness of yourself. Deceive your greater mind. The field of all intelligence, awareness. The more you are with it, the more whole you become. Friend, it's truly an honor and privilege to be experiencing this life at this time of history. Can you express gratitude to all things and everyone? Your gratitude to your parents, teachers, mentors, to family, friends, colleagues, everyone in your life. Be grateful. There is grand nature, the bird, the fish, and the animals. To everything you use, the technology, the system, the company, the governments. Gratitude to yourself and to this intelligent universe. Gratitude is the ultimate state of receivership. recollect your experiences from the session. How did you feel? What did you see? Whenever you're ready, you can keep your hands at your eyes for 5 seconds and then open your eyes. Okay, dear friends, hope you enjoy the session. This pyramid energy is fascinating. Today we have some guest speakers too. Listen to them. Let me take a few minutes, about 10 minutes on this concept. I will share a nice slide deck around this pyramid energy. How many people here, as I'm going to talk about this, have experienced pyramid energy on a regular basis? Maybe you have a pyramid at home, a cave, a table-side pyramid, or you go to a pyramid regularly and then meditate in it. You built a pyramid in a real pyramid where people can come and then meditate together with them. Anybody here who are already harnessing that energy? There's a simple structure that you make and you put it there once, then energy is there. In Vishakhapatnam, during this huge cyclone called Hudhud, where it literally lifted out big sheds and shelters, that time there is a thatch roof pyramid on the terrace of a building. Nothing happened to the thatch roof pyramid, even though it's fairly open as an area, and even though several buildings got damaged just within that, around that area. They're also called storm shield shelters. So they seem to have some energy and power that deflect things around. And there's a lot of research. The master called Patrick Callaghan has done a lot of research, and many scientists on this pyramid power, to say that they are the special structure that interact with the fields of consciousness. When you go into the empty states in meditation, you go into a field, a space where it's all subtle energy that's all permeating everywhere. A pyramid is supposed to be holding that space automatically. A pyramid is supposed to be, as in their experimentation, is holding that space, that field of energy, that when people go in, experience that energy. So then it naturally acts as an accelerator, as a catalyst for experiences. Think of, we spend some time to go into that state in meditation, sit down and spend some time to go into that state. A pyramid is readily providing that state. And let me put up these charts. Where are they? Hidden benefits of pyramid energy. One book that I read in the beginning, somewhere around 2002, when I came across this concept that Patrick is actually promoting, called The Secret Power of Pyramids by Bill Schultz and Ed Petit. It's an amazing book to know about all scientific experimentation research carried out on the pyramids. Plants that grow in pyramids much faster than plants that are kept outside. Preservation is there. People go into deep experiential states. Paul Brunton, a spiritual master who was in search for truth all the time, who also spent considerable time with Ramana Maharshi, He went to these Giza pyramids, and one night he was there, took permission, meditated, and had amazing experience of having altered states, visiting and meeting masters in the Giza pyramids. Paul Brunton, and he has written that about the narration about a secret, a night in Giza pyramid or something as an article you can try. But many experimentation in Pyramid Valley and then many pyramids around in India that Patrizi promoted and had many people built. Ranging from people come into Pyramid Valley, sometimes they stay there for 5 days. They struggle to get the healing happen, but they're there 5 days, meditate with pyramid energy, and then they go back with significant healing. Sometimes they have spontaneous remission. A Czechoslovakian master was there, and for lifelong he was having a bent condition. But then they were there for about 6 hours meditating. And then after 6 hours, some way when he got up and he found himself to be normal, he was jumping with joy and ecstasy in the pyramid, trying to show it his colleagues. This happened about a few years ago. Regularly we see people who come and heal with pyramid energy and meditation. So here is a few things to understand. Now, pyramids, the way we think were, and the only thing that comes to our mind is Egyptian pyramids. As children, we're taught in history. Then other things, probably they didn't even get a picture, so we didn't know what they are, the Mayan pyramids. And then there are several other pyramids that are noticed and researched in Mongolia and China, in South America, in many places. These pyramids are there. Sam Usmanagovich, a pyramid researcher, in his books he writes there are about 125,000 pyramids are already there in the world. And in many places they are buried under the earth. They are in the submerged in the ocean. They are just deeply covered in the deep forests of Amazon, all of that. One such thing was that Bosnia. I was there in Bosnia. In Bosnian pyramids, there is so much that's gone. Just search for Bosnian pyramids, you'll find that the largest pyramid that he says is there, which we were there, Patrizi and I were there, and seeing it, but it's all like a hill. It looks like a hill. But you start digging deeper down, then about 10 feet down, then you will see they're all vegetation, but 10 feet down, you'll find an amazing amount of actual, the artificial material that starts coming out, which is tougher than concrete. And so research there, they date back to about 28,000 years ago. The organic material, the rocks through which they measure the timing, the age of the pyramid or age of a structure. So pyramids are also known to be very ancient. Not as per the history that says that it is 5,600-year-old history that we have. So there is some resistance by some governments and countries to accept that these are very old. They are there before even that we knew a civilization. So there is that's going on, like many other concepts. But then whatever that may be, the thing is about practical use of it. And so Patrizi saw the practical benefit of experimenting. And he said, I must bring this into the popular use. And then aid meditation, also aid as a secular structure where all religions, faiths can come together and meditate, where they don't symbolize any specific religious structure. And there are no forms in it. And it's a very empty place where you go in and meditate. So what's the deal about them? The pyramids are storehouses of this cosmic energy or 0-point field energy, the subtle energy. They're supposed to, they by default, when they researched and they measured with the Kellyan photography, every pyramid, no matter what size, what material it's made of, always had a beam of light spreading up from the tip to just exactly the way you see in the picture. Every pyramid has a beam of light. And here is a thing. This is the thing. What you see is a small keychain. Sometimes you buy keychains and they have these pyramids on top of them. And even that keychain pyramid, this is like what? I mean, the whole thing, the 3 pyramids together, 1 inch. So each pyramid is like 1/3 the inch, is less than a centimeter, right? And then even that size pyramid also has those energy beams showing up in the Kellyan photography. They've seen it. So every pyramid has this energy beam. And what is the significance? Now, pyramid, that is the energy beam is known to hold energy when That pyramid is built to this angle of golden angle called 51 degrees 50 minutes. It has four sides and a square base, four sides and square base. And the angle here between this angle of the side with the base is the angle which is called golden angle. If when it's built to that golden angle, that angle, if it is built to that 51 degree 51 minutes, then they will notice significant amount of energy, preservation, healing capabilities to the pyramid. So that's the technicality of pyramid is that one is golden angle, second it's aligned to the cardinal directions of north, south, east, west, the four sides aligned to that. When you do these two, then automatically all research points that know that amazing benefit that pyramids can provide. And it's like anything, when you start putting your attention onto pyramids, say, what are these pyramids about? And then you'll find plenty of literature. Plenty of literature. And The Secret Power of Pyramids and The Pyramid Power by Max Toth and Greg Nelson. They're the two books I read in the beginning, and then amazing amount of information you get. Tayaba Prophecy takes it into a spiritual dimension of what these pyramids can offer, and then many other mystical as well as scientific explanations given in these books. Three core benefits. One is preservation. So when you're keeping water in a pyramid or below the pyramid, it's called energized water. So many people drink all the time. We have, and now many Buddha Sivas use that. Take a jug and then put a small pyramid. And then water gets energized. You keep vegetables in a pyramid frame like that, what you see in the picture, fruits, vegetables, this preserve for a longer period. How many people do that? Please say in case you're using it in the chat. And then if you find any difference, in general, if you found any difference after they're staying fresh and for longer, please open the chat. And then milk kept in the pyramid did not spoil even the end of the day. So there is this preservation. That means if we keep anything, they preserve for longer. Okay. This is an experiment at Pyramid Valley we did. 140 days was the the duration for which the tomatoes that we've kept in, they stayed fresh. And you see in the red shirt master is quantum physicist Dr. Amit Goswami. Amazing. And then we recommended one of his books called Self-Aware Universe to know these concepts of quantum fields and quantum physics. 75% rate success. Can you imagine 140 days, tomatoes are outside in room temperature with 75% success. Means that if you kept 100 tomatoes, 75 are still there, fresh, and then they're eatable condition that you eat, and then they still preserved everything that is required in there, highly energized. Okay. But a normal outside tomato got putrefied within about 10 days or so. So that's an amazing power of pyramids in terms of preservation. One can easily experiment this. All these pyramids are available these days, and you can also make one by yourself. Second, great benefit to people who have health issues and students, and anyone who wants to increase the concentration. So studying under a pyramid, keeping a hanger pyramid above the seat where the child is studying, and then this provides that natural energy for them. All the time in my office, wherever I was, whether it's in Sanobi, whether it's in a Buddha Seva office, there's always a pyramid hanging on my desk above my place where I sit. Why not? It's there and everywhere in Buddha Seva office, wherever our employees sit and volunteers sit, we have many pyramids hung from the ceiling, so they provide that natural energy. Okay. So sitting under the pyramids for a longer time changes the thought patterns and then accelerates healing and then improves concentration. So there is a second benefit of pyramids that are there. Experimentation, we must do experiments rather than trying to get stuck on the theory aspects again and again. Healing experiments in jail. So when you take people and then you feed them with pyramid energized food like salt and pepper, they did this in Russian jails. And they found positive behavioral changes into the inmates when they were regularly fed with pyramid energized food like salt and pepper content included into the food they prepare and then given. Right. And so then this is so healing, what emotional healing, right? Your mind healing is negativity to positivity, right? Emotional healing from low vibration to high vibration. Right. Of course, physical ailments heal as I mentioned in the previous slide. Then the third thing, which is most important in our context today, is this deep meditation experiences. Meditation done in a pyramid is called pyramid meditation, and the pyramid meditation is, depending on who is experiencing it, and is an order of magnitude powerful, up to 3 times more powerful, maybe 4, maybe 5, 6 times more powerful, depending on the session, the day, and then where you're doing it, right? So this pyramid meditation that Patrizi recognized, so they provide the high energy environment for beginners of meditation. So you take a pyramid, a frame pyramid like that, a 6 feet by 6 feet is common, many people do use them. And then you sit inside the pyramid like that. It doesn't have to be fully covered, right? It just has to have that angles and then a base, and then you go in and meditate like that. Or better yet, you build a pyramid of a size like maybe 10 feet by 10 feet, like we have at our home, and then many masters have built pyramids around their homes. It acts as a meditation room for you. Advanced meditators experience, calmness to extreme euphoria, extreme altered states of consciousness that deep meditations go through are provided in pyramids, right? So the many authors, the psychic feedback received by the authors reveal the following: a sense of protection takes over when you enter the pyramid. Your timelessness is experienced, and there's an awareness and presence of an unusual energy field, which is felt by many people when this was done as an experiment. This is from Secret Power of Pyramids by Belshazzar Petit. And of course, an awareness of peace seems to come to many who spend time inside the pyramid. So whether you simply want to spend some time for quietness like in nature, or heal, or to go into altered states of meditation, pyramids are a great source of energy. So think of your next vacation, going to a place like Pyramid Valley and see what happens. Amazing energy field. So now Patriji compared this to like a magnifying lens. You take a lens and then light is there, but they take sunlight and then, this lens and then focus sunlight through it. Then what happens? It has the power to burn the paper, right? A magnifying lens focus the energy. So pyramid, you see it as that. So now it focus the energy. Ramtha Jaisonite has talked a lot about the pyramids in a channeling, and Osho recognized the power before even Patrizi built a pyramid. He built a pyramid in Osho Ashram in Pune, a big pyramid, 90 by 90 pyramid, or even bigger size, for meditation purpose. Even there, it is main headquarters of Osho International. So there's a pyramid out there for people to use it for their meditation. Pyramids can be made with any material. Doesn't really matter what material. All materials are fine, known to be there, and there are pyramids everywhere today. More than about 40,000 pyramids are built by various pyramid masters. Many people who experience benefits that are built in their homes, in their rooftops, in their compound walls, in the public places, parks, and everywhere. The first pyramid was built by Patrizi. He came across in 1984. But he built one in Kurnool, Andhra Pradesh, the first pyramid. That's the time he resigned his job, dedicated his life for enabling people to build these new temples of consciousness and new temples of meditation. They are future temples for people to come together. If temple or a mosque or whatever that you want to call, is a place for going and then knowing yourself, and this is the new temples, new next generation, where you go there and then there's no form, no thing. And so then you simply sit down and go into yourself. Don't go external. Unlike every other place that you go external, here you go internal, inside. All right. And so this is the Pyramid Valley Pyramid that resides my background. Significant power. This is where about 4,000 people can sit inside. Must be seen experience of this energy. Incidentally, we do an advanced meditation retreat in this pyramid complex every year, at least 2-3 times. The next one being in May 23rd to 28th, a 5-day retreat, advanced retreat. We're doing intense meditation in the pyramid, outside, everywhere, and something to look at actively as this program ends, and then as a next step towards going deeper into yourself. All right, friends. And then a bigger pyramid in Hyderabad called Maheshwara Maha Pyramid is there, which is even bigger. Than about 6,000 people can meditate. Those in near Hyderabad can go and experience, right? And so on and so on. These pyramids are there everywhere, all over the world. And then where do you find information about them? So I thought there is a slide that's somewhere. Otherwise, we'll present it. So there are a few places. You can go to Pyramid Valley store and then it's not there in this slide. You can go to Pyramid Valley store, East store. So we'll present the information in the WhatsApp groups. Or there is Ujjafai store from PMC Hindi. They provide pyramids, and then pyramidworld.in by Ayappa Pindi. So there are three prominent places, but many other places also, of course, provide pyramids where you can buy and then experiment. And you can also make a pyramid by yourself. We'll send some literature today called a Pyramid Energy small booklet. There's a page about technicality. You can use that and then build a pyramid by yourself too. Thank you very much for this important aspect of knowing about these pyramids to explore. Yes. So, yes, Jayashree madam. Do you use pyramid energy?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
We use it on top of the water jug and on fruits, and in 4 corners of the house we have pyramid, and also some other places too.
Okay,
And it's,
great. Yes, many people have written about chat, so thank you very much for that. So can you have the guest online? Karen, my madam, I see her here.
yes. So friends, we have guest speakers today. It's Tuesday, and it's my pleasure to introduce Kiranmay Talasila ma'am. Kiranmay Talasila ma'am, she's got her MBBS degree from India, now a licensed financial professional and business coach who empowers women, men, and youth. After a transformative journey of meditation and vegetarianism, she manifested her dream career, combining storytelling, community education, and entrepreneurship. She now shares her inspiring journey and teaches in her neighborhood the manifestation classes. Hearty welcome to you, Kiranmay ma'am.
Yes, Karen, madam.
Thank you so much, sir. And I really need to thank you for agreeing to come to Des Moines, and we are looking forward to it. And so much of excitement and so many things that we are doing for that. Before I would go there, I would like to introduce myself, and thank everyone here, all of you, like doing these meditations. I follow these live sessions. Nowadays, I'm not able to come for the live sessions happening, but I do use the recordings and I do them at my pace. So all your energies in those live videos are helping me to be who I am today from where I started. So a little background about me. I have finished my medical school back in India, and then came to United States like many women would do with marriage. And later on, while I was raising my child, and I was not able to practice medicine here for some personal reasons. And so I was taking care of my child, and by the time she was in high school, things were getting rough in personal life, and that's when I was introduced to meditation, especially the pandemic time, right? One of my neighbors, they introduced me to the 40-day meditation sessions that were just started with the Buddha CEO. I joined it, and for me at that point, I know all I knew about meditation was like, you need to just focus, that's it. I didn't know any of these experiences or like the subconscious level and heightening your intuitions, and none of those. So when I started, I was falling asleep, and I was like, Chandra sir would give these wisdom sessions, right? And I would be like, why are they talking like all like this? That's how I felt at that time. And I felt I couldn't sit, and very, very restless. So I really did not do anything at all. And then 2 years fast forward, like by March of 2022, before that, like in 2021 October, during that Kartika Maasa thing, right? Somehow I felt like I want vegans. It's been there with me because I want to have moved vegan for health reasons and all that. And then during the Kartika Masam, I put my intention. saying like, okay, let me do this. And I was keeping my open options, like, okay, if I cannot do it, I'll come back to it, but let me do it, let me try it however long I want to. So I want to have that benefit of doubt where I can again fall back to it and nothing happens to me, because we fear God, right? So, but somehow magically, I never till today, since October, November of 2021, felt even like touching the any non-veg or anything. So it just very organically happened that. And then by March of 2022, by the time I strongly became like that vegetarian, again, Buddha CEO came into my life, because at that time, one day, it just the Amrit sessions were happening, and then I jumped at it, because at that point things were getting more turbulent, and I was like, I really need one thing in my life that I can hold on to, and that would help me with every other problem and every other solution. That's how I was feeling at that time. So I got into it, and the 5-day deeper sessions, I was like, 40 days I cannot do, but maybe 5 days I can do it, even if it means like longer hours. So my intention was like, okay, I'm not going to be perfect at it. I will try. If I had to get up in between and walk, go get coffee, and again come back, but I will come back, sit and complete. So my intention was just to complete. With that intention, when I started, a couple of things happened. I didn't know any of these experiences, nothing. Like there used to be so much of numbness and so much of headache and pain, and like this area used to hurt me a lot. And then I saw the spiritual reality video at that time, and I understood what was happening. My body was healing, right? But the most important thing I noticed was, at that time I had a health issue, which was the pulsatile tinnitus. Meaning, like, to explain, it's like a bulge in my vein, like a bigger vein right behind my ears, inside the skull, like that means in the brain, which needed surgery. Otherwise, my heart, I could hear it in my ears 24/7, which was not allowing me to sleep. And so it is making me go depressed. Added on to the life situations, this health situation was also bothering me and making me more depressed. So one day there was so much of pain in my ear, and I was like, oh, maybe it is healing. Let me check. And it really healed. Like in 48 hours, for 48 hours, there was no heartbeat that I could hear. Before that, if I had to even hear people talking, I had to literally block my vein and arteries so that I could block my blood flow so I can hear to people. That's how bad it was. So then that deepened my belief that, okay, I'm here for some emotional reasons, but something else is happening. Okay, let me take advantage of it. And then I got like, it made me more and more curious. Then I signed up for the 40-day sessions, and that's when these wisdom sessions, whatever the scientific things that Sark teaches, all started to make sense, because I was ready to receive that knowledge at that time. And then things started changing for me, and there were so many miracles that were happening. I was able to handle lot of life situations. And majorly, like to say, like I just mentioned about the health situation, right? Like after several months now, from almost a year and a half, I do not have that problem at all. My ear is completely clean. Like I do not hear anything. It's something like very structural that needed a surgery. It just kind of disappeared. So that was like a miracle for me. So that gave me more and more belief system, and my intuition level started to be more. I have always been very intuitive person since I was child, but now I learned how to use that in a positive way, so that I can guide myself in every aspect of my life, whether it is career or relationship or day-to-day activities, to be peaceful and create that positive aura around me. So I was able to manifest the career right now I am in, which is like I'm a licensed financial professional. Coming from all the way from being a doctor to this, I never imagined, because like in 10th grade, we all do the social studies, right? I would only pass social studies because of my geography and history. The civics, politics, and economics, it was like a mere no-no for me. So for somebody like that to even get into this, it was totally like I did not even expect. But then how did that happen, right? Because of this self-awareness, this I was writing down what is that I want, what is my higher purpose in life, where do I want to see my life, myself, whether it is financially or spiritually or like end of the life kind of the thing. So 10 years down the lane, where do I want to see myself? And I could only see at one place, which is being able to make an impact and leave the legacy to my child, not in terms of just money, but in terms of being able to help people and that positive aura and the legacy of being able to impact the community. So that's when I started to question, where do I get that? So should I go back to medicine, do my residency, or like is there any other platform also that would give me? Because my higher purpose I was not able to see just to treat the patients, right? That is also good. That is also, I'm leaving the legacy. I'm not saying that is not what it is, but I was not restricting myself to just that because I have done med school. So that's where when I was open to the options, I was writing down, what do I want? I want time freedom. I want my daughter to look at me and be inspired by what I am doing. I wanted to be able to travel and connect with my friends, be in the community space as an educator. All those things were check marking for me. But funny thing is, it is happening in the financial industry. And that is what something I wanted anyway, because what will I do after earning money? I don't know how to manage money. So now this is going to teach me. It is not only going to teach me, but it will give me an opportunity to go and teach other people. So I jumped at it and I started to figure it out. And again, that's where the meditation was helping me. And I was like, okay, where do I find my space in this financial industry? That's where, again, I was identifying myself as a community educator and my meditation. And fast forward now, I have licenses in like 15 states in United States, and I'm actually building agencies in like 5 different states. I have my own agency. So in day-to-day life is going great, more peace. Like my daughter now seeing me, she is like, she want to be like, not like be like me, but she doesn't have anything to fight with at this point, like whether it is for money or any of that. And then we both get to travel together, and so she's getting exposed to all these wonderful people who are in that financial space. So like as a young female, she's getting exposed to these high achieving people because of my work. And that is another thing I wanted when I wrote in those check mark things, right? So how much am I practicing to be able to achieve all this? When I first started, for at least 5 or 6 months, in that curiosity state, I would do like 4 or 5 or 6 hours a day. Not like at this. Eventually, I found my sweet spot at 1.5 to 2 hours. So I realized that is where I keep myself calm. And if I cannot do that much, I'll at least do half an hour, but I will do it every day. And again, I was not seeking for perfection. I would be kind to myself and say like, okay, I will just do it. Even if I fall asleep in it, maybe it is okay. But now I think like I'm in that space where I am like, okay, I need to bring discipline to this practice, maybe have a set schedule where I am doing like set number of minutes, no matter what is coming my way. I haven't reached far yet, but that is where I want to go. And additionally, I have attended the manifestation workshops with the Chandra sir whenever he comes here to United States. I have done the 5-day retreat last year. That was amazing experience that I would not trade for anything. And I'm going to do it again this year. And my life now would be like, anytime these retreats are there, I would cancel everything out, and that is where I would prioritize, because doing that is giving me that energy and calmness and positive aura like through the rest of the time. And I'm seeing how people like that positive people, like positive people are coming to me, whether I help them or I get helped from them, either whether it is for my business or for my personal thing, right? So, so in that sense, like what am I going to do? Like I'm benefiting so much, but then what do I want to do? Before I say that, like I want to say like one thing, like if I don't know how much time I have, but this would be really an amazing one too that I really need to say. The amount of the calmness you get when you are in a very turbulent state, that one I experienced in a profound way last year when my daughter was graduating from high school. So it's like hall, like a full auditorium, like maybe 4,000 to 5,000 people. And she is one of the last 10 students who need to walk on the stage. So when she was about to walk on the stage, we were waiting, and my entire family was there. My mom and dad were traveling from India. So my sister and my niece and nephew were there. So my mom and my niece went all the way down so that they can be close to my daughter. My dad and I were like near to the entrance. My sister and my nephew stepped out to get a whistle. So that means the family was all dispersed. We were not together in that big stadium with 5,000 people or so. That's when like suddenly chaotic and like the waterfall effect, people were running and like huge stampede, people were going below the chairs and all. I didn't understand what was happening. And it was like somebody was having the automated rifle and they were having a gang war there outside, but we didn't know it was a gang war, if somebody was going to come in and shoot. And if that would have happened, one, my sister and nephew were outside. Two, like me and my dad were right there. So anything could have happened. And I was like very calm and like handled the situation. Somehow like everything was handled in a very better way by the authorities. And my daughter was able to walk the stage. And once she came out, she was very shattered. She's a pandemic kid. Like her high school entry, 9th grade orientation didn't happen. And now this graduation is chaotic, right? But I stayed calm and I got the pictures and memories, everything done. And then I went home after that. I sat down, and that's when it hit me. My heart was not even racing. Like I was just like this very flat and calm and composed. It scared me. It really scared me, because I came into meditation to handle the emotions better, but not to lose the emotions. So my question that day for me was, did I lose the emotions? Why am I so still? Like, and the next day morning, I had session with Chandra sir. I mentioned this to him, and I was about to ask him the same question when I realized that's when my emotions were coming. Like I was becoming vulnerable, I was getting tears and all that. That's the time I realized when that chaotic situation happened, I was able to handle with so much of calmness. It is not that I lost any emotions. I still feel the same love, attitude around me, no matter how bad my situations were. And all that love and gratitude, everything that I feel for everyone around me, it's coming back to me now in the form of like the support, the immense support I got. My friends, some of them are here on the call today, I know for sure. I didn't even ask for help and it was coming. That's how good it was. So where do I give this back? How do I give this back, right? So right now, as I mentioned early on in the call, Chandra sir is coming to Des Moines, and this is something I've been trying for last 2 years, and we are trying to bring the PSSM Iowa, the mini meditation summit and the manifestation retreat together. And we are still yet to work with sir and logistics to be handled. And leading to that, Des Moines is a very small place. People are not used to what we do in this meditation. So we are doing like the neighborhood meditation sessions so people can get used to it. And on June 21st for Yoga Day, we are planning to do something like maybe a vision board workshop or something, like get people to be introduced. So when the master comes, he will fine tune everybody. That's what we are doing. Beyond that, my higher purpose of what I want to do in meditation is I want to take this meditation classes as elective classes for high school students here in the schools, at least in Des Moines. For that, I think there is a long way to go for me, but that's where I want to be. And that's where like my business will help me, because the money, there is an unlimited potential that I want to be able to tap into by making money so that I can put it into where I need to and help others. So that's all I have.
Okay. Thank you, Kiranmaya Madam, that your active interest to share with others itself is noble. Everything you dream will happen. So we are introducing this year, these technical sessions will go up as credit courses into some platforms here in India. So you can take all of that. They'll be available to see how to reshape it for United States appropriately there for the schools. Okay. So this will help for sure, because Jayshree Madam incidentally is putting a lot of structure together for it. And so then we'll have some help towards making it an education subject for students in schools and colleges. So wonderful to know we don't lose emotion with meditation. Okay.
Yeah, very well, sir.
Okay. We are living, but we express emotion appropriately at the right time. Okay. So that's all it is. And so you needed that calmness so I could handle that chaotic situation of gun shooting and all of it. Sure enough, it scares the hell out of anything, but it's required to be that way at that time so that your daughter will still go through smoothly, completes the graduation ceremony, which is what you could offer to her. Otherwise, the parent would immediately say, it's not at all important, let's run, let's go away from here, vacate it, and then you go. Simply that's what you do. Nobody has the presence of mind to say, let's get a graduation certificate. These are the thing. Okay. So wonderful.
If I can take a minute, sir. Soon after that, like I was in Arizona and a huge accident happened. And my friend witnessed what happened. She is actually on the call, Swapna. Like she saw how calm again I was and all that. And that's how again she saw everything and she is here and she's practicing it. Both of us are going to be there for the 5-day retreat, and we want that time with you in person.
Okay, that's great. Thank you. So, yes, so we'll conclude here. We'll listen to Vignesh some other day. Okay, let's do that, Madam. So, thank you all, dear friends. Always wonderful to have this understanding that, most importantly, if I have to take something with Kiranmaya Madam, she said in the beginning, I was just sleeping. I didn't know what these sessions are. Why are they talking about so much wisdom, this and that? I came for meditation. Now, first I sleep in meditation. Second, they talk all this boring talk. I don't know, it's boring talk. I'm sure it's useful in some way. But even it appears like that, perceiver, where you're working with the field of invisibility. A lot of times you don't see what changes are being caused in our invisible energy fields. Is energy to matter. So then physical change will appear. And so then she continued, pursued, and she is happy in a happy state today. Today, wanting to contribute beautifully from situations where turbulent inside, then challenging situations that she had personally, to coming out of those and then wanting to be an example, or simply give the fragrance. So this is where we are. So that's we take that pursue matters. Yes, Madam, go ahead.
Thank you so much, Kiranmaya ma'am. It was awesome listening to you. Inspiring, your sharing. And yes, sir, and friends, we spoke about pyramid energy. What a better day to introduce our advanced meditation retreat program, which happens in Pyramid Valley, which will happen in Pyramid Valley International, Bengaluru. So the details of the program, I'll post the link in the chat. and we will be sending the information in the community WhatsApp group too. But the dates are in May, we have the retreat happening from 23rd to 27th, and in September also 26th to 30th. So you can plan, and please do register. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you all and have a wonderful day.
You're my life, you're my breath, you're a smile, you're my guest. You're the earth, you're the sun, you're the grass, you are love. You're my hands, you're a bug, you're my eyes, you're a hug. You're the light in the dark, you're the spark, you are fun. You're my mom, you are water, you're the stars, you're my daughter. You're my friend till the end, you're my dreams, you're my father. You're the ants on the ground, the miracles that surround. I'm feeling it all around, the hemisphere in the clouds. You're my pain, you're my sorrow, you're my hope for tomorrow. You're the strength when I'm hollow, you're the path that I follow. You're the blessings that exist, the small things that are bliss. The gift to realize that everything
all
is
that I am, all that I see, all that I've been, and all that I'll ever be is a blessing. It's so amazing.
Greetings, everyone. Brahmarshi Pitama Patriji, how beautifully coined the word Pyramid Spiritual Societies movement. And that is what we are part of it today, the power of pyramids. We all today heard from Chandra sir, the energy, storehouse of energy these pyramids are. For me personally, I have pyramids around me all the time. This is the pyramid. I don't know if you can see right now. I think you cannot see, but this pyramid I have always on my desk, my work desk. I have pyramid in my car, put there. I have put a pyramid kept over the water storage in my house. I have pyramid kept over the books for my children. And if you visit my house, you will see pyramid in each and every room. And I think I'm very, very fortunate to have visited Pyramid Valley International thrice. And from there, we got pyramids. And today, my house, everywhere, there is a pyramid. And next, I'm planning to buy a pyramid, a bigger one, wherein I can sit in groups and I can meditate together with fellow meditators around. And I have put that intention and it will happen. I would love to hear your experiences, any of you who are using pyramids here, and how the journey has been, what changes you felt. For me, the very first time I got a pyramid and I kept my visiting card under that, and I got a very, very important project after that. And that was the first time when I was just trying to experience what pyramid is. Very, very initially when I was into meditation, I just kept my card there. And I think within 2 to 3 weeks, I got a very important project, rare to get. So then after that, I realized, oh, this is the power of pyramids. I would love to hear anybody else here who has such similar experiences. I'm sure you have, if you have been using pyramids for some time. Okay, we have a question here. Preeti ji asked, where can I buy these pyramids from? Okay, so if you go any of the pyramids physically, you go there, then you will always, the centers, you will always find pyramids there. However, online, as sir mentioned, you can buy it from Urja Fire Store. Urja Fire Store. And second online portal is Pyramid Valley Store. From there also you can buy. And the third, which sir mentioned, was pyramidworld.in. However, we will share among all WhatsApp groups today the various places from where you can buy pyramids, and we will clarify that better. We have another question from Babita ma'am, and ma'am asks, if pyramids make so much difference, then should one wear it for all meditation session? Does a cardboard or paper pyramid have the same effect as a metal pyramid? Okay, ma'am, coming to your first part of the question. If pyramids make so much difference, then should one wear pyramid? Absolutely, ma'am. If we are meditating, either we are a beginner or we have been meditating for a long time, adding pyramid, wearing a pyramid definitely enhances the meditation experience. when I had just started meditating and I used to be just in thoughts, wearing pyramid or sitting under a pyramid and meditating, thoughts used to be less. So it definitely helps. However, it's a personal choice if you want to wear or not, but definitely it is a great catalyst, pyramid. And second part of the question is, does a cardboard or paper pyramid have the same effect? So, ma'am, for pyramid, one thing that is we look for is something which is very, very important is the angle of the pyramid, the geometry of the pyramid, which is 51 degrees and 51 minutes. That's it. We do not go by if it's paper, it's plastic, it's metal, it doesn't matter, ma'am. Major is the angle, and it should be aligned with all the cardinal directions, north, east, west, south. That is most important. Angle is very important. In fact, as you mentioned, paper pyramid, you can make a paper pyramid at home also. And there are various YouTube videos. When you're making a paper pyramid, please do not think, oh, is the angle exactly same? Doesn't matter. Even if it's a little here and there, it will not matter. Because pyramids, when you make, it's close to that angle also. Still, it will get a lot of cosmic energy. Just like when you tune into a radio FM to a particular channel, when you're just close to that channel also, still you can hear that frequency. So same ways, ma'am. And pyramids, 1/3 of the height, at the top height, it stores the maximum cosmic energy. If some of you have visited some pyramid physically, like Pyramid Valley International, that 1/3 is called King's Chamber, and that is the storehouse of immense cosmic energy. I always prefer to sit there and meditate. I hope I could answer both the questions, or any other clarifications, please do let me know. Anyone else would like to ask any doubts regarding pyramids or anything so far? Yes, Babita ma'am. Sai ma'am, if we could unmute.
Yes, ma'am. We are bringing to the panelist.
For first timers, if you're thinking, does this work or not? I understand initially many times because something which is invisible, we get into a doubt mode. I suggest let's not get into that mode and let's experiment and let's experience. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much. You explained very beautifully.
Thank you.
So the one question I had was, I see that we are always showing the slide that, put your hands in this thing, in this way, or cross your legs, but we don't seem to be talking about this a lot. Is there a reason? If, like every time we do mention that we need to sit with our crossed hands, crossed legs, but not about this. And I got this at one of the PSSM retreats here in US, in Raleigh, and I have not been wearing it for the last 2 years, but right now with the phase I'm going through, I've started wearing it. I feel it does help me. Still need to, observe it properly to make a statement about it. And the other thing was, I talked to someone yesterday and they said they did not know how to ask a question during a session like it right now. So maybe you should mention that everybody just raise your hand, because if in the phone, it's difficult for them to write the question or to the pen. If then they can raise the hand, you may be able to address them easier. Thanks.
Thank you so much, ma'am. That was quite helpful. So I'll tell again to everybody, please do raise your hands in the panel down below. In React, you will get the option to raise your hands. Please do raise your hands and ask questions. Thank you, Babita ma'am, for that. And ma'am, the first part of your question, why don't we talk about it that often? I will answer from my understanding, ma'am. What I feel, we should not be dependent. For example, I'm traveling. I may not be, frantic about it. Oh, I don't have a pyramid cab. I'm independent. I should sit anywhere, anytime and start meditating. That's it. So this is just the catalyst, just like music. Music is a catalyst for meditation. However, it should not happen. Oh, music is not there. How do I meditate? Other tools for meditation, group meditation is always, always, always more powerful. But at the same time, if we always talk about meditating in group, that may restrict some. Oh, I'm not in a group. Should I not meditate? So from my understanding, this might be a reason we are not talking about it, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you for asking that question, ma'am. Thank you. Ma'am, how is your experience? As you said, you started meditating using a pyramid now.
I personally feel that yes, it's easier to get rid of the thoughts. It's easier not to get entangled in the thoughts. And yeah, today the person who shared about her experience, like, I was very much like that. Why is this boring? Because sometimes I find the talks very long. But yes, perseverance helps. And depending on, what baggage we have brought from last life, it is going to play its role. Sometimes, the mind loves to self-pity or compare, like, why am I still going through this? Like, what have I done? And in this life, I'm doing so many good things. Why is it not happening? But I think by wearing this pyramid, maybe it's me helping me positive. It's like, okay, whatever is going to happen, nothing bad can happen. Only good is going to come. So yes, I am wearing my pyramid regularly nowadays, and I'm trying to sit at least for 2 hours a day, try to go for 3 hours. And I'm sure that whatever health issues have come up, they have come for something better to, evolve me in all respects of life. So it is helping, and I'll be able to share more as I find victories.
Certainly, ma'am. We are putting that intention. Certainly. Thank you for sharing that, ma'am. Anybody else would like to ask or any doubts, any clarifications, or any sharings how the experience has been so far? Anybody using pyramids and would like to talk about it with everybody? Okay, Hussain ji wants him to be unmuted. Sai ma'am, if you could do that, please. Okay, so there's a question. Can we get these? I think as far as my knowledge, it is available on Amazon.
Namaste, everyone.
Namaste, sir.
How are you, ma'am?
I'm doing great. Hope you're also doing very well.
Yes, very, very well. Nice to connect with everyone once again. How are you, Babita, ma'am? Praying for your health as well. And today, I was actually enjoying the session and the discussion later on the pyramid. Actually, I'm retired now, and my wife and I, we live a retired life in Bangalore, children are abroad. We are married to like 40 plus years now. I'm close to my hitting my 70 number in age. But when I think back in the beginning of our marriage, we went through some tough relationship issues. It was actually all related to my wife's, PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder, emanating from childhood, which we came to discuss and try to resolve it. It's all about childhood sexual abuse, living in her grandmother's house where she was raised. But then that caused lots of problems in our marital life, maybe for the first 10 years. So I'm talking about the 1990s, okay? And I, being a computer engineer from IIT Madras, I had no idea of all this, the other realms of the subconscious mind holding on to all these past traumas and emotional intelligence, as we discussed last week. So I was always thinking in a logical way, analytical way, how engineers think. Everything has to have a formula. I mean, everything has to fit into place. Otherwise, I cannot accept these things. So that caused lots of problems. At that time, we used to live in Dubai, and that's where our children were born. That life of Dubai led us in the last 30 years that we lived there to discover lots of new things into areas of how we were like, searching for answers. And we came across Louise Hay, and I'm sure you have heard about Louise Hay and her wonderful books. She's no more now. Louise Hay wrote some wonderful books on emotional healing and metaphysical healing. And there were, of course, a very famous books, iconic books of Heal Your Life and stuff like that. Now, when we both, tried to resolve our issues and started reading those books, attending workshops, from different learned people who had, attended her workshops, and they became trainers themselves in Dubai, we learned how these emotional traumas trapped in the amygdala, that is the subconscious mind, can give rise to not only just health issues in various parts of our body, depending on what type of emotional negativity that is trapped, it also can affect your relationships, with your spouse, with your children, with your in-laws, and these outbursts and, irrational behaviors. So that was really revealing for me, I'm something out of this world for an engineer like me. Logical thinker like me. So now getting into this meditation journey, this also is very nice, but then you have to be open-minded about it. If people think, things are going to work like magic, I just have to close my eyes and actually I'm falling asleep. But then they have to do some reading and understand that meditation is not really a fully awake situation, fully awake state like conscious mind that we are throughout the day, nor is it a fully asleep state like we are when we are deep asleep at night. It is an in-between state, which is a trance. So meditation is the trance, but the beauty about it is that it is working on your subconscious mind, which is where all the negativity, if you want to call it, which is affecting your life, is trapped. And through meditation, we can get the universal energy to heal those damaged parts of the subconscious mind and the belief systems, which are trapped there, and get yourself the healing. You are your own doctor, and meditation allows you to do that. So this is my take on this, and I really felt good sharing that. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, sir. Yes, subconscious mind, it reprograms and also expands the conscious mind. So everything is happening with that. It's just sometimes when things are not visible, we do not believe it, but we have to stay invested, and over a period of time, we see the difference. For some, it may happen in a jiffy. For some, it may take few months. For some, it may take few days, but it will happen. It will happen. Yes. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that.
Welcome.
Any more clarifications or anybody would like to share? Ma'am, Babita ma'am, you would like. Sai ma'am?
Sorry, I muted myself, so it took time to unmute.
No,
Yes, I think, which is so true. Many people, I was one of them too, was thinking that, okay, only meditation is going to do, but the three pillars are necessary. Meditation, reading books, and the continuous sangha, the conversations. Initially, I used to find it so boring. I remember the first session I attended, because after the 1.5 hours, Chandra sir would have so much patience to deal with everybody's questions. I wondered, how does this man have so much patience? And sometimes I used to drop off, but I think in one of the teaching sessions, he mentioned how we have to improve our patience. And I said, okay, I need to sit through this. And it does make a difference. You sometimes think, okay, all this, I already know this. This person is asking again and again. But when Chandra sir is answering it, you do get something. So having the patience to listen to others also is a development of our own self. And all these three pillars are equally needed. The meditation, the reading of the right books, and these conversations with like-minded people. These conversations are not waste of energy, because here people are sharing literally what they are going through in a space where they are not being judged. And though we keep saying that, I'm not judging, unknowingly we all are judging. At least I observe that in myself. So constantly being with this kind of a group for the last 2 years, it is peeling layers. And there is no need for me to compare myself with others, but I can see those layers being peeled within me. So thank you all for this wonderful opportunity.
Absolutely, ma'am. I was about to talk about it. Reading is so important and listening to wisdom. Initially, when I started, I used to feel, what is the need? Come to the meditation part. We were so just like that. But ma'am, believe you me, there's been so much change. Like when sir talks about one topic in the previous 40 days and now again, every time I get a different revelation, different thing, understanding, and because we are evolving in our level of consciousness, and what I'm listening to you now, and I'm listening to you after say 6 months, 6 more months into meditation, it will give some other message. And ma'am, every morning I make sure to listen to sir when I get up, some wisdom, because I know the morning starts with some message for me. This is for me how I feel. Every time there is a message, some answer for me. So I'm so glued to it now. I cannot think without it. So yeah.
You're not dependent on it though.
Yeah,
right?
I am not. Yeah, right. But this dependency is beautiful. I think it is helping me evolve. So that way, yeah. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Sai, ma'am, for arranging everything so beautifully. And thank you, everyone, if we do not have any more clarifications. Thank you.
Who do you want to be? Come on and tell me. It can be anything. Other possibilities. Focus, boost, and release. Gratitude, ego. Your 5-step technique to follow your why.